Good morning, everyone. My name is Vijay Kumar, and this is my friends Sairohit, John Satik, and Uday Bhaskar, Gundelkar, and Ajit and Vamsi. We are here to discuss is India is ready for electric vehicles. Yeah, let us start some discussion. Yeah, the term which was getting grabbing the attention in the automobile industry was electric vehicles. The electric vehicles runs through the electricity, and the main difference between some a fuel vehicle and electric vehicles is, if for example, if a person want to travel around 30 to 35 kilometers on a fuel vehicle, for that 30 to 35 kilometers, the fuel costs around 1 liter. The 1 liter today, the 1 liter petrol costs around 100 to 110 rupees. It was more costly than an EV vehicle. But when coming to EV vehicle, to travel the 30 to 30 same 30 to 35 kilometers, it just costs around 10 to 15 rupees only. Due to this main difference, the average middle class person also is ready to afford some money on the electric vehicles.
Yes, I agree with you, Jashvik. As a person using electric vehicles, I had observed that the change in electric bill approximately 100 to 120 rupees for a month. But if it tends to petrol, that it may cost up to 3,000.
Yes, I'm disagreeing with you, but I would like to add some points of your statements too. Uh, but buying the EV vehicles, the heavy maintenance charges, and due to having less number of power stations, it leads to more traveling and complicated issues. Are you agreeing with this?
No, Vamsi, I would like to disagree with you. As the government started to keep power stations at every petrol bunk, we had observed that many power stations at petrol, but they are not started yet.
Yes, I do know that, Guna, but on contrary, we can see that there are there are yet limited charging stations all over our India. So it is difficult for EV users to continue to engage themselves in charging when it is needed. Uh, Increasing number of vehicles means we have to also increase the number of gas charging stations, and also they have to be just like petrol bunks everywhere, for every 5 to 10 kilometers range. But as of now, India, our government hasn't seen much development in that, and I cannot agree with you on this point because of that reason.
I'm agreeing with you, John. Because today, as compared to normal vehicles, electric vehicles are less in cost, but the upfront cost is more than the normal vehicles. At the time of buying the electric vehicles, it costs more than the normal vehicles. So it is the main disadvantage of the electric vehicles. And as there are very less charge stations, if one person is moving in any remote areas, it is very difficult for them to charge the vehicle.
I would like to oppose you, Ajit. The electric vehicles are there is no maintenance for electric vehicles as compared to normal vehicles. We have to change the engine oil for every 2 months. But in case of electric vehicles, there is no need of changing engine oil and no service, and many of the electric vehicle companies are giving a warranty for a long time, such as 6 years for the battery and everything. We did not observe as a warranty in normal vehicles. And you said that the nowadays the electric vehicles are best suited for local use, because as going for a long distance it may cause trouble, but going in a local area there is an availability to go to stations or home easily.
But it also need to satisfy the long tours as well as possible. Need to get backup of our batteries when it has been discharged. Need to utilize some technologies to auto charging in for the next, say, like for example, if any tire has been patched or getting patched, we have Stephanie to use like that. If any of our car battery has been discharged, we need to keep a backup battery for charging while we are going through of the long tour.
I would like to support you, Vamsi, on that. Because as of now, India is completely willing to move towards electric vehicles. But on the contrary side, we can see that there is a need of extra battery when we are going to longer distances. Instead of that, we can use charging stations that can charge immediately, like not immediately, but even lesser time as of compared now. Fast charging abilities like phone can overcome this. And also, I would like to add a point on that as there should be charging stations within the continuous ranges, even in remote areas, because we cannot know when can the charge can be used at larger extent. If, for example, if I want to go through a mountain, I have to climb up the Ghati road. At that particular time, it consumes more electrical energy than usual. At that time, if I were unable to predict that that my battery is going to run out, what can I do at that particular time? At times like that, we need emergency. We need to do emergency things. That's why we have to plan charging stations at repeated distances.
I disagree with you. As our PM Narendra Modi is announced and passed a geo that there should be more electric vehicles and there should be more electric charging stations. So he passed a statement that the delivery of battery charging system should be fast, and it should be available for every remote areas. So completely
I
disagree
agree
with
with
you.
you, Rohit. And the India is also focused on power stations, and in 2030 it will be increasing for 30% of electric vehicles will be used in India, and this will be started in USA, and it will be widespread in India, and it will decrease our greenhouse gases. And I will support all your uh, statements and.
I would like to raise a point that batteries has a behavior that they will overheat if we do fast charging. It may cause to risk that our lives are the first priority than our travel long distance. That should be considered first.
Yes, I would support that, Guna, but as we are using mobile phones now, as of past 10 years, there is no fast charging. But now there is fast charging, and also our mobiles are not heating up that easily because the improvement of technology. I would like to see that improvement in EVs, not to push someone to put their lives in danger. I just like to improve the charging speed of that
Yes,
particular
we have to
EVs.
wait for some more years for the development of the battery,
Okay.
so that we can go for a long distance using the EV vehicles.
Great companies like Tesla, Tata, Morris Carriage has overcome this what you are
Already, the era of EV vehicles has been changed the automobile industry in the India towards the past years, like 2020s, I think so. It has been replaced more number of fuel vehicles. Most of the two-wheeler vehicles has been replaced with the Ola scooters, and not only Ola, the Vespa also recently launched their electrical vehicles like their scooters. And being in a sports competition, like I have the boys have most lovable sports bikes. In these also sports bike sessions, the EV vehicle edition has been encouraged the world economy too.
Yes, I agree with your statements. As the fuel vehicles are using by the humans, as the humans are also one of the cause for the global warming, and to reduce this, we are using the electric vehicles in heavy use. And these, as per the statistics of India, in around 2000 to 2024, the uses of electric vehicles are increasing more than. So the market capital of the electric vehicles are also increasing day by day.
Yes, this week I have also come to know that on a particular survey conducted by Tata Automobiles, there is said that by the time of 2030, the throughout India, 70% of vehicle users should be EVs. As of now, there were more than 53% people who are willing to use EVs at this particular day. So this will turn India into a complete country where all the citizens would like to use EVs. Let me conclude this. As of now, all the points we have discussed are advantages of electric vehicles like greenhouse gas emission reduction and air pollution reduction, and also disadvantages like
Fuel consumption.
the limited charging points and limited mileage
Safety measurements and
availability.
precautions.
Also, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
everyone, I am Tejaswini. Today we are discussing about 70-hour work week and its pros and cons. It is all about the work-life balance, and I want to say one advantage about this. That is, when we are in a very pressurous deadline, then our real potential will came out, and we will do the work in very less time, and it will increase our productivity. Most of the startups and investment banking sectors are using this method. It is helpful, like in a very short period we will done the huge work, and it will also increase the productivity. This is one of the major advantage of this 70-hour work week.
Yes, absolutely right. I add one more advantage is career advancement. This advantage is 70 hours work week is major issue is short term hardworking, improve hardworking, and improve creativity and improve identification. These like career advancements also improve by 70 hours work week. When short term goals are achieved and our strength is fulfilled, our salary also increased by 70 hours work period.
Yes, I agree with both of you. 70 hours work period is important in short period of time, like doing some critical deadlines. We have critical deadlines in software corporate companies or in during project launches. The short term goal is important, so we have to work for the very successful and very beneficial outcomes. And it is not also work suitable for the long time period, because the 70 hours work week is very stressful and have to burn out with stress, and it is not good for the health. And 70 hours work week is also important, like if we want efficient work for our career, if we pay our life to career, it is important, and it leads to the highest work week leads to higher earnings, so it is beneficial for somehow.
And now we are considering the cons also, because it may lead to some risk associated with this 70 hours work week. And I want to point out one disadvantage is, even we are paying more for the 70-hour work week, but we can't get the time to expend that money in our lives, because it was like we are we are living for the we are working for the livelihood, but it was like we are only living to do work.
Yes, it is important for our mental and physical health also. We are disturbing our physical and mental health while only concentrating on the work only, and we are not concentrating work for long period of time. It can't give effectiveness for long period, so we have to take breaks.
I agree with both of you. In 70 hours for a week work, the pros are there, but also some cons are there. The major con in 70 hour work for a week is burnout. Uh, if a man works hard in 70 hours per week, it's exhausting both physically and mentally. Um, and also the burnout
Lead to health
leads
issues.
to health issues.
And leads to stress also.
But your point is good, but not advantages are some disadvantages, but advantage more useful to us, because financial income is growth per 70 hours work week, and our transport is very good. Long term goals are achieved by 70 hours work week. So some advantages are, some disadvantages are, both are benefit to us. So more advantages are issued by 70-hour work weeks.
I
feel
agree with you, all of you, but 70 hours long week is only, there are advantages and disadvantages also. The main advantage is it is only useful for short time only, because the career improvement and productivity improvement only. But leads to so many people want nowadays to earn money in short time of period only, but it only useful for short time. But if they invest more on hours they leads to stress and anxiety. It leads to the diseases like heart disease, because doing more work it leads to very stress, and that leads to the lack of sleep leads to the heart diseases, which they are now the people are so many people are affecting with the diseases also. So there are both advantages and disadvantages. Mainly the long term goal is to provide the career productivity increases and career increases, but the main disadvantage also affects the relationships, families, and it also affects the hobbies, and it leads to the if you didn't have any proper invest or exercises like we didn't have any exercises means it leads to our mental health, and physically it leads to our health consequences.
Yes, Sandhya, I agree with your point. Disadvantages and advantages are there in our productivity system too, because of health issues and health suffering for the heart diseases. I studied so many case studies like this, and this time I would like to say that health issues are very overstudying, overstressing of our health is not it is difficult to our health.
I am agree with Hinduja. Uh, One of the advantages is the work imbalanced. Work pressure is very uncomfortable, and health issues and relationship between like software companies or bank employees, very stressor feelings. Hard work is
Yes,
yeah, I agree with you. Because bank sector and software sector also have to work very hours. They feel pressure and stress. I think doing more work or can have a not only 70 hours, 70 hours. It can have 24 hours or have to less do in a 1 day work, and take leave and leave in a once.
Finally,
But sometimes some people believe that working for a long time can leads to their higher bonus, some
Yes,
bonus.
they have bonus, but only money is not important more than our health issues.
finally, I
We
concluded
concluded
that
that 70 hours is benefits for us, but for only increasing income and growth, but not it affects the health. So we have to do manage the both, and mainly concentrate income and health. Mainly concentrate on your health rather than work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Raji,